turned back. And then I heard the gunshot.
This freshman student recounting his walk to school this morning that took a terrifying turn.
His decision to stop and ask for directions nearly cost him his life. It's our top story tonight.
14-year-old Brennan Walker missed the bus this morning, and when he tried to remember the route, he got lost.
That's when he decided to knock on someone's door, and that knock was met with yelling and eventually gunshots. 7 Action News reporter Brian Abel talked with the Rochester High School freshman and his mother tonight. And Brian, first off, he's okay?
He is okay. The man actually missed as Walker was running away. Now, this all started when Walker missed his alarm, and he says that this is where the bus, it comes down, it loops around, and it comes back. So he started walking up this street to try to redo the route, but he wouldn't make it to school, and now his family is questioning if race played a role. The shock of what happened this morning hasn't seemed to set in for 14-year-old Brennan Walker.
I don't know how you process getting shot at for asking for directions.
After missing the bus, he thought he knew the route well enough to walk the roughly 4 miles to school. He didn't, so he stopped at a home and knocked.
I knocked on her door a few times, and she came down yelling at me like before I could say anything. And she thought I was trying to break into her house. I was trying to explain to her that I wanted to get directions to go to my school. I told her that, no, I go to Rochester High. I'm just looking for directions to Rochester High.
Instead of helping him out, Walker and his mom, Lisa, say security video from that home shows a woman yelling to her husband.
The man of the house came down, pretty much just grabbed a shotgun and would shoot at my son.
I saw it, like him holding it like this through the window. And I guess I put my hands up. I don't really remember. And I started to run. I looked back behind me. I saw him aiming at me. Then I turned back. I turned back, and then I heard the gunshot. And I tried to run faster.
Thankfully, the shot missed.
But if someone is running from your house and you chase them outside and shoot at them, you're going to have criminal charges coming from us.
Both Walker and his mom believe race was a factor.
After watching the video and hearing the wife say, "Why did these people choose my house?" I knew it was racially motivated. I don't know what other these people she possibly could have been talking about. He was by himself.
I didn't want to believe that type of stuff would happen here.
And to make matters worse for Walker's mom, she says her husband is special forces, deployed in Syria.
Both of my men are at risk. And they're both trying to do the right thing. So it's just like, what do you do? This one's fighting for the country. This one's trying to get an education.
And Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard says the man who pulled that trigger, he is in custody.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here comes out of Rochester Hill, Michigan. And I think this is the first video I ever done from Rochester Hill, so I guess they've been keeping it low key up until a couple days ago. But anyway, I done did quite a few stories out of Michigan, especially one of the ones that rings out the most is about the guy that basically tried to hide from the police and ended up freezing the cold. Now that was a sad situation. I mean, damn, what was he thinking? But anyway, this young man right here was I guess he woke up late, missed the bus, and he had to walk to school. And he asked for directions to get to the school, but this guy, Jeffrey Ziegler, decided that he didn't want to get a man no answer. I don't know if he thought the young boy was going to come over there and break in his house. You know, all the stereotypical stereotypes they place upon young black males. I didn't know if he thought that. I don't know if he thought the man was coming over there to take their life, rob them, or whatever. That's from watching too much TV and getting this media programming in their head where they think everybody black that wears a hoodie is going to rob you, when the biggest crooks in the world wear suits and work on Wall Streets and your state capitol buildings. Those are your biggest crooks anyway. So now also let's go back down memory lane real quick. Now I remember when I used to walk to school. Sometimes I used to love it, even though a lot of kids don't even like to do that no more. Even when we was in high school, especially middle school, we used to love to walk to school. So anyway, I never got lost because I knew my way around the city, a city where I'm from, Houston and whatnot. But at the same time, I have got lost trying to go other places, if you know what I mean. Most time trying to be up to no good. And I had to ask for direction. Thank God I never got shot at or whatnot. But at the same time, we all done got lost one way or another and had to go somewhere and ask for directions. I mean, that's quite the natural thing to do. But for some reason, we do not live in a natural society no more. It's just so much bigotry and racism going on in this country. It's very hard. And I don't understand. You know, you would think after all that we done been through as a country that some kind of way we would pull together. But yet it's still, the divide is widening very much. And it's sad because it's well, how can I put it? I'll put it this way. We're on the brink of World War III, and people in America need to understand one thing. It's a lot of countries mad at America. It don't matter if it's the white people or the black people. It's a lot of people mad at Americans. You call yourself an American, you're their enemy. You know, and you all know what I'm talking about. Go look at the stuff going on with Syria, China joining Russia. And people in this country don't understand we're going to need each other. I mean, either that or we're just going to be wiped off the face of the damn earth soon. You all can take it as a joke, but take it as a prophecy, as a warning. People in this country better come together and get their shit together, because it's a reason why they keeping this up in the media all the time instead of trying to bring people together. You know, it's a reason why, because a people that's divided can easily be conquered, you know. But if we all come together as a country, which, you know, I don't know why we haven't done it yet, but it goes back to the old stigma of racism. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to read a snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion, surely, as we go. Hate crime. White Rochester Hills man shoots at black teen after knocking on door asking for directions. Jeffrey Ziegler, sound like somebody that'll bust a cap in your ass, shoots at a black Michigan teen after knocking on door asking the man for directions after getting lost. Was a Thursday morning shooting incident motivated by racism. Now, this guy, Jeffrey Ziegler, is a 53-year-old Rochester Hills, Michigan man who has been arrested after shooting at a black teen boy who knocked on his door asking for directions. Appearing in court on Friday, the former 25-year Detroit firefighter who served as lieutenant was arraigned on charges of assault with intent to murder and possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony, according to a release from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Now, here's a man, 25 years, Detroit veteran firefighter. So you would think he would have love and compassion for his heart since he chose the firefighter profession. So why would he take it upon himself to think that this young boy knocking on his door is coming there to rob him? And matter of fact, a lot of times when people is coming to rob you, they're not going to come and knock on your damn door. They're going to come and kick in the damn door because they don't want to give you time to call the police or whoever the hell else you're going to call. And I don't understand that right there. If this man been a public servant for a quarter of a century, and then all of a sudden you turn around and the first black guy pop up at your door, which is probably not the first, but the one that you didn't know, you feel threatened and then you just start shooting. What the hell is going on? Let's continue. The victim, Rochester Hills High School freshman Brennan Walker, 14 years old, young man, who is African American, and his mother say they believe the shooting was racially motivated. Bond was set at $50,000 with Ziegler ordered to wear a GPS teeter upon release, to undergo all alcohol testing, and to stay at least 10 miles away from the victim and refrain from contacting him. Speaking to WXYZ TV, Walker described having missed his bus Thursday and getting lost while walking the 4 miles from his home to school. At some point, the teen knocked on the door of Ziegler's home in Rochester Hills seeking and asking for directions. Walker said he was met by a woman yelling at him. She called her husband to the door, who arrived carrying a shotgun. Now, who does that? And also, why is this woman yelling at this man? So it's clear that something is wrong. These people are most likely very bigoted or just slap racist, period. Because if somebody's asking for direction, what kind of hospitality is that? Now, I know it's not Southern hospitality because you're not in the South, but at the same time, who does that? Why won't you just see what the guy want, what the boy want? I mean, you got your man in the house, you got a shotgun, you got a telephone. What use is there getting mad? Oh, did they disturb you from watching the Golden Girls reruns? Did they disturb you from watching Matlock? Or maybe they disturb you from watching the finale of the Andy Griffin show that reran for about 50 years now. Let's continue. Now, the boy in turn ran away only to be chased and shot at. Now, he turned around and ran away. The guy comes out and shoot at him. You can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, that's common sense. You can't do that. And this guy, being a 25-year Detroit veteran firefighter, you think he would know this shit. I mean, you think he would know that. And of course, he knew that. Either that or he was sipping on that midnight oil or he was going off that water. But either way it go, something ain't right. Now, she didn't really give me a chance to speak a lot. And I was trying to tell her that I go to Rochester High. And I was looking for directions, the teen told via the nighttime news. Adding a few moments later, the guy come downstairs and he grabbed the shotgun. Oakland County Sheriff's deputies responded Thursday morning to a caller who reported that a black male was attempting to break into a house and that her husband chased him into the yard. Now that's sad. People need to quit this shit right here. Lying to the police and stuff, just like the Starbucks situation. You don't know what the managers or whoever told those police to come and arrest those two guys sitting in Starbucks, and that video will be next also. I don't understand what's going on, but I guarantee you though, you let them Chinese people come over here, you let the Russian come over here, you're gonna be begging people to help you of all kinds of colors. As long as they in this country, will you please help me? And what if they tell you no? What if they push you out there where the wolves at? It don't make no sense. I mean, what the hell is going on? I mean, it's like Trayvon Martin, every month, another team. Something happened to another team. And thank the Most High, thank God that this young man did not lose his life. Because I guarantee you, if he didn't move quicker, that guy was going to blow a hole in him. And it would have been a murder charge then. But let's continue. Now, the police determined that the male homeowner chased Brennan into the yard and fired at him with a 12-gauge shotgun. Lucky one of them damn pellets didn't hit you. They found Walker unharmed down the street. Walker's statement to the police differed from that given by Ziegler. Of course it is, because he gonna make himself look right. That's what they do. According to Assistant Prosecutor Kelly Collins, we do have the benefit of home security video, Collins told the court Friday. He said Ziegler's account was not borne out by video captured by Ziegler's home security system. So this is just some shit that he just pulled out of, what you call it again? Yeah, his ass. Some shit that he just pulled out of his ass. Basically just making up a story to lie on this man, to incriminate this man and make it seem like it was justified for him to go pull that rusty ass 12-gauge shotgun that was passed down from his pawpaw, from his great pawpaw. Let's continue the story. Now Ziegler, during Friday's court appearance, sought to address the inconsistencies. And I don't blame him. I love that word, inconsistencies. That means some shit is wrong. That means somebody is lying. You feel me? There's a lot more to the story than what's being told. And I believe that will come out in court, explained Ziegler while addressing Judge Julie Nicholson. Ziegler is a damn lie. There's nothing else need to come out. The boy came and asked for damn directions. When the police stopped him, did he have a weapon on him in his backpack or whatever? I'm sure he did. And this guy, you can look and tell, he looks like I'm a pretty good judge of character. He looked like a pretty good kid. Look like he'll grow up to be a doctor. Look like he'll grow up to be a lawyer. Look like he'll grow up to be a state attorney. You feel me? So he can get rid of people like Ziegler. And that ought to motivate him to do something like that in his life. So he will make sure that another child ever have to get shot at again and run in fear of his life. Let's continue. Now, Ziegler, while addressing Judge Nicholson said, I was in bed yesterday morning and my wife came screaming and crying. Well, why didn't you ask that heifer what was wrong with her? You let my wife run up in the room. Oh, Trey, Big Daddy, Big Draws. So somebody at the door. I'm like, baby, who is it? It's FedEx? They dropping off that Xbox X1 game I want? Or is that the Lexus dealership dropping off that ES350? Who in the hell is it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just a guy. Well, ask him what he wants. Shit. Anyway, now, counter to teen's boy mother, Lisa Wright. After watching the video and hearing the wife say, why did these people choose my house? I knew it was racially motivated. Anytime you hear somebody say, these people, just like this heifer I'm going to burn up tomorrow on the video, the one that worked at this hotel and was basically giving these two women a hard time and talking about, y'all people so rude and this and that. You can't classify every damn body, because how would you feel if everybody classified your ass? Let's continue. She now added, I don't know what other these people she could possibly have been talking about. He was by himself. But of course they're going to group you because, like I said at the beginning of the video, what does these people mean? The stereotypes, the propaganda, the stigma they have put up on black men and black women. Young ones at that. You know. Anyway, Now, Wright went on to know her husband and her son's father was on service leave in Syria, trying to do the right thing for his country. Now, he got the husband and the son's father in the service, fighting for your country, who shoots at you when you walk down the street and go knock on the door trying to find your way to high school. Fight for the same country who don't give a damn about you. Fight for the same country who still treats you like a second-class citizen. Anyway, now to what degree Ziegler firing off his gun at Walker was based on bias, prejudice, and the belief that African Americans are often the instigators of violent crimes remained unknown. That's some bullshit right there, because if you go check your crime statistics, you'll see a whole different segue of people and nationalities that commit certain crimes. Everybody commit all kinds of crimes. Everybody steal, everybody cheats, everybody kills somebody, no matter what color you is. So I don't know what the hell all this shit is about somebody just because they're a certain color. You black steal, white steal, Chinese steal, Russian steal, German steals, Indian steals, all kinds of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, now let's continue. Rochester Hills Mayor Brown Barnett issued a statement addressing the incident. Over the last 24 hours, I've been working with the leadership of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office and Rochester Community Schools and have been kept appraised of the terrible incident. Look how you use that word, appraised. Of the terrible incident which occurred yesterday in one of our neighborhoods, Barnett said. He added that Rochester Hills has a strong and unwavering policy when it comes to acts of hatred. Then why in the hell is so much hatred there then? You know what I'm saying? They good when it's time to do some public speaking. Boy, they'll make stanky shit smell like it's perfume, smell like it's Coach perfume or for men Fahrenheit polo. You know what I'm saying? They'll sprinkle some of that shit on that damn shit and you're not realizing, oh, it does smell good, but you're not knowing that that's still shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Now, off note, Ziegler has a previous weapons conviction from 2005 with police in Warren, Michigan, arresting Ziegler on accusations that he shot at a car in a road rage incident on I-696, Fox 2 Detroit reported. He pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor in that case, according to the television station. So this guy has a history of violence. He has a history of losing his damn temper. So would it be too far-fetched to believe that he would not pull his weapon on this young male knocking on his door, since he already have all these anger issues that he's dealing with? Also, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that point right there. How do we not zoom in on that and blow that up right there when it shows that he's already done shot at people before, even in road rage incidents? Now, who does that? This is a guy that's a ticking time bomb like Tough Face Johnson. Now, off particular intrigue is whether Ziegler's impulse to shoot to kill was informed by his own bias towards African Americans or by the many years doing service as a firefighter and rise to lieutenant. He's a damn firefighter. He wasn't a damn police. He wasn't a damn Delta Force. He wasn't a Navy SEAL. He wasn't an Army Ranger. He hasn't seen no combat on the front lines like my dad that was in service and retired from the service. People that have a legitimate excuse to have PTSD. People that have a legitimate excuse of being, you know what I'm saying, not wired too tight due to all the violence and death that they seen. I understand that, but you a firefighter, the closest thing to death that you're probably going to see is somebody getting stuck in a burning house or burning alive. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just making a point. So for them to say that is very asinine and stupid also. But I'm going to leave it at that. I'll leave a link to the website in the description below. Let me know what you all think about this situation right here. And to anybody out there, let me tell you something. You can do what you want to do. Grown folks, you can do what you want to do. But, in my opinion, I have no room to hate anybody, no matter what color you are, nationality, or whatever. I don't have no room in my heart to hate anyone. You feel me? I dislike a lot of people of all colors. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, this racism and this bigotry, it needs to be squashed away with, even though it's been like, an eternal battle, I guess, between black and white, yin and yang, night and day. I don't understand that part, but we need to get our shit together, because guess what? We got bigger fish to fry, and those fish, those chickens finna come home to roost, if you know what I mean. So keep trying to fight each other while you got a bigger enemy on the horizon. That's all I'm saying. You can do what you want to do. You can believe what you want to believe. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this video right here. Do you think that it was racially motivated? And also, if you want to give some of your experiences about how you had to go ask for directions, and certain things might have happened, you know, because we all done went through certain things where you might have got cussed out, somebody might have pulled a knife on you or whatever. Please share that in the comment section. And also, you know, just keep in mind that this was a young man trying to find his way to school. This was nobody out there skipping school. This was nobody trying to break in no house. There was a guy trying to get to the school basically and do the right thing. Let me know what you all think about this video. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video. Till next time, y'all stay blessed. And racism needs to be eradicated. It really does. Even though it probably won't in our lifetime, but it's going to come a day we all going to need each other to lean on. I'm out.